Everything happened so quickly. If I had known what I was about to face, I wouldn't have gotten out of bed that day, or the 9 months that followed. Some unfortunate life events can't be prevented, and there is no way to expect the unexpected. Growing up, I had 2 older brothers and 1 younger sister, and we grew up in a loving home with our mom and dad. At the time, I was 26, married with a 4-year-old son, going to hair school when we found out the news. When we found out that my dad had cancer, we were at the hospital. He was having a procedure done to get fluid drained from his lungs, and they went in, and that's when they saw that he had asbestos. I think we found out around September, and everything from that point happened really quickly. I remember having mixed emotions, thinking he'll beat this because he's beaten everything else so far with his heart disease. And then we just started seeing a rapid decline in his health, and I knew something wasn't right. During the final days, I was still trying to make it through every day, going to school, trying to keep up a normal routine, but my dad was going to eventually pass away. I think the hardest part for me at the time was my mom still had hope, and so it was hard for me to be sad and upset knowing that she was still hopeful, thinking he was going to beat it. It's your dad. That's someone that's been your rock your whole life, and he's always been the one to take care of all of us. And so the hardest part about losing him was losing a piece of you. A few weeks after my dad passed away, my mom was complaining of her stomach hurting and she wasn't able to eat. We took her to the hospital, and we found out at the beginning of January that she had pancreatic cancer. Well, at the time, I didn't really know a lot about pancreatic cancer. So once I looked it up and knew the survival rate, I knew things were looking slim for us. We never discussed them like not making it. Like they always had a positive attitude that they were gonna make it. So my mom battled a strong fight through chemo, and it's just, if you know pancreatic cancer, you just know that it just takes over, and survival rate is slim to none. It ended up beating her, and she passed away on my birthday, July 23rd, on my 27th birthday. It was a rough day for her to pass away on, but then I look back and think that it's the day that she gave life to me is the day that her life ended. Gives me comfort is to know that my parents are together again, and that's how they would want it. They would want to be together. So then they're together again. Faith carried me through the hard times, and just having a close-knit family with my husband and his family. I knew that I had people that still cared about me and that were going to see me through this. I think my outlook on life now is I just don't take for granted each day. I try to, don't get me wrong, I am slightly a hypochondriac, but I try to live each day like it's my last, and just try to make the best out of every day. Without my husband and kids, I just feel like they just help me get through life, and we just do it together. If I was to give advice to someone that's going to go through what I went through, it would be just to spend as much time with that person as possible. Cancer is a
nasty battle, and all you can do is just be there for them and rely on the people that are there to love you and to care for you and support you, and just take it one day at a time.
Today, I know that there is happiness on the other side of tragedy. It's hard to see the silver lining when you're under the storm, but I know that there is purpose and meaning behind every experience. We are not guaranteed a problem-free life. What we are given is a journey. Everyone eventually will walk through a moment that challenges every part of who you are, and the only way around it is to walk through it.
Life in slow motion.